Good evening, Andover, Pymatuning Valley YSN 440 and Goal. We are the Lake Show 2.0. This is George Dubik. I am missing my partner in crime, Chad Paul. He is out right now braving the elements, coaching the junior high team against the Matthews Mustangs. So hoping those guys have a successful outcome there and give us some good results to talk about next week when he's here. Thanks for joining us here. We're scheduled for almost an hour, roughly an hour. We're going to be coming to you guys live every week. For the most part, we're looking at doing everything PV sports, Pymatuning Valley, that is. And if it's not football, it's all the fall sports, men's, women's, golf. We have volleyball. We have the boys and girls that are on the pitch with the soccer teams. A lot that we can actually bring you coverage for these young men and women who are so valiantly putting their best foot forward. We are here live at Stable Winery. They are graciously providing us the space to host this program. And unfortunately, we were going to have an interview with Troy Litweiler. He's under the weather tonight, but Trish, his wife, promises us that next week they will be here available for a nice interview. We obviously are very appreciative. This is a beautiful, beautiful place that we have here in Andover. Old farmhouse converted to winery. If you can believe that, they did it. And what a facility this is. All wood throughout, tongue and groove, the nooks and crannies of this place, the history that's here, unbelievable, a wonderful place. Definitely want to make sure that you're going to come out and support them. We are here every Thursday for away games, and then Friday nights, we are here, guys. We are here for your pregame. We want you here to come support the Lakers team. Grab a bite to eat, have a beverage, go out and support the team. Come back after the game. They'll be open. Give them a reason. And wonderful food specials. They're going to have food specials and drink specials for the particular show times. So if you're here, they're going to have anything PV related, and it'll be worth your while. So make sure you guys come out and support them. Coming up this weekend on the 30th, they have a Tom Petty Fleetwood Mac night. How awesome is that? I mean, they just literally last weekend had a wild event with Chris Stapleton and Tyler Childers. We had some performers here, and they did a great job. They were packed to the brim. Make sure you come out on the 30th, 5:30 to 8:30, and they have everything, a little bit of everything: food, pizza, snack bags. They have craft beer. They have wine. Obviously, they have phenomenal selection of wine. They have bourbon. They have everything to meet your needs. And it's a beautiful, beautiful property. Come out, support them. We are very, very thankful that we can be here, and definitely looking forward to the rest of the season. So we are here to talk about Pymatuning Valley sports. And, we've got a couple of our student athletes here today. So we're going to be talking to Jace Falkman. He's a defensive back, wide receiver for the football team. He's a senior. We're going to be talking to sophomore Rylan Comp, and he's our golf sensation here, sophomore sensation, burning up the course. We were supposed to see Andrew Odega, but some conflicts had come up, so we'll probably talk to him here later down the line. But a lot of great things happening. Men's golf team just finished their match today, 10-0 on the season. The girls are 8-2. They're lightening up. I tell you what, no matter who they play here in the county, they're getting a good match. And Rylan will probably tell us a little bit more in depth about the team, but from what I understand from Coach Compton is they are highly competitive. I mean, they are 5, 6, 7 deep, and it's an absolute struggle just to be able to get onto that match play. So looking forward to talking to Rylan about what the great things that they have coming here for the rest of the season. Women's volleyball team's doing great. They started the season off. They went to Sandusky for the Spectacular tournament. Girls ripped off 4 wins, something that the PV squad has never done there in Sandusky. So a lot of great things from Coach Chenault for those girls. And again, men's and women's soccer really coming of age. I mean, you've got a quick team of the boys. They beat a very inexperienced Jefferson team, but Jefferson does a pretty good job of bringing it when it comes to the rivalry game. So, but the PV boys were able to come out with a very solid 8-2 victory. So, hopefully we get to talk to some of those folks down the line this fall. But we are going to be here talking about fall sports, and most notably right now we're going to be talking about football. And we have Jace Falkman. He's a senior, and he's going to be joining us here in a couple seconds. And we're going to talk about what to expect from the Lakers here this season. Jace, nice seeing you again, man. So, how you feeling?
Great. How about you?
Doing well. So, obviously, different year, different experiences. Last season, obviously, you guys were on a whirlwind tour, just running over everybody. A little bit different. Tell us about the team this year. Like, what can we expect?
You can expect a lot of new things to be tried. Last year we could just run the ball and they couldn't really do anything about it. You know, we had Ty and Ryan, so no team could really not stop them, but our team a year ago, you know. But now that we have a bunch of new kids, we're gonna have to try who knows what, you know, we're gonna have to try a bunch of new formations, new plays, a bunch of new stuff, just so the new kids are ready and prepared for next year too. Sorry, you know.
You're okay.
Oh yeah, that's about it.
Obviously, we could touch base on Mineral Ridge. You guys opened up the season. Tough game.
Oh yeah.
The Ridge rivalry has become just that. I mean, the last 6 years or 5 years, I should say, we've opened up with the Ridge, and since you were a freshman, yeah. Couple games were like out of control either way for either squad, but then you guys had pretty much slugfest. Tell me about how the experience with playing against the Ridge to open up the season helps you guys and gets you guys prepared for like knack play or the rest of the season.
It's definitely an eye opener. I'll say that for sure. Just because, especially this year, there's such a big team, and we knew that from the get go. We knew we were going to get tired. We knew we were going to have to try our hardest to win. So we went in this year trying our hardest. We knew they had a bunch of kids. We knew they had big kids. We have big kids too sometimes, you know, but
Absolutely.
we have a bunch of freshmen. So it really just led up to a bunch of kids trying their best and doing what they can to help out our team to make plays, offense or defense. The previous years, it's just a great game. I'll say that. Just to start the year off with Mineral Ridge, it's just I think it prepares you just for the rest of the season because they're not a soft team at all. I'll say that. I'll give them that. They're not a soft team at all.
What do you think is the difference between last year and this year? So last year, I mean, let's just face it, you guys brought the iron.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we stuck it to them. First game of the season, it was a relatively close game to the end, and you guys pulled away. Then, bro, the playoffs. 37-0, whitewashing, just a stomping.
I didn't expect that at all, to be honest. I thought it was going to be another close game. Fourth quarter, smackdown, you know, last minute of the quarter, you know. But we were ready. We knew what we knew what they were going to do. We had new plays, and we wanted to win. We wanted to win more.
Obviously, defense was a huge component. You had a couple big plays, and you ended up having that scamper back. That was pretty exciting stuff for this community.
For sure.
From what I saw and what we saw when we were on the sidelines last week, obviously the Mineral Ridge YSN team had the broadcast.
Always.
We weren't going there and leaving it to chance. We wanted to bring obviously the coverage to our community here for you guys. What we saw was it was a defensive it was a slugfest.
It was.
I mean, obviously, you guys came out on top first in the first quarter, getting the opening fumble. You made a couple great catches there on that first drive.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys punch it in, take the 8-0 lead, and then it just seemed like it was like a stall. To talk about like what you guys are looking to do, obviously to combat that, because Mineral Ridge is a tough team.
Oh yeah.
They're coming at you with aggressiveness, a new approach. They're coming at you from the run.
Yeah.
What exactly did you guys feel and do? Obviously, throughout the rest of that first quarter.
Well, the first quarter it was really good because it was a dogfight. The
Right.
first and second quarter, it was really a dogfight. But we didn't have enough kids. Not even that we didn't have enough kids. I don't think that we were prepared physically, mentally. You know, I feel like we definitely could have trained ourselves harder. And I'm not going to blame it totally on our coach. You know, it's definitely on us too. But I think we definitely could have prepared ourselves harder.
35 guys versus 80.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard when you have Braveheart over there.
Oh yeah.
And
It's tough.
a gauntlet of guys that are just coming after you. Talking about coaching, Coach Croston,
Mhm.
it's a fiery guy.
Oh yeah.
You know, he brings the best out of all you guys. And I know that, you know, he even said he loved the effort that coming out of the team last week.
Yes, sir.
And it wasn't a matter of not having the talent, but it was literally, it was cramps. It was the mugginess and just being tired.
You can't have it.
Right. So what did he tell you guys afterwards as far as getting prepared for this next coming week?
I mean, he said that we tried our best. You know, at that game we tried our best. There's nothing we can do about it. It's in the past. Leave it in the past. All we can do forward is condition harder, train harder, play harder, do everything we can better, faster, and harder.
Absolutely. We'll touch base on LeBray coming up here, but I want to go swing back around to you.
Mhm.
So, 4-year player,
Oh yeah,
you're a defensive back, you're a receiver, you're fast.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah,
But
you're fast. You're one of the top performers in the combine. I mean, your 40 speed is what, 4.74, or you live the fast 4.74?
yeah, of course.
That's pretty quick. And then obviously the eyeball
Oh, yeah.
test shows it too.
Yeah.
You know, when you see you on the highlights, your breakaway is there.
Mhm.
Talk about like the combine and what it did for the team. I mean, both years you guys made it to the title game against Edgewood.
I was really surprised, I'm gonna be honest, for how good we did in the combine. You know, we had all these new kids, a bunch of new freshmen, sophomores that are just now starting to play. So, you know, our first 7-on-7, I didn't know what was gonna happen, you know, but I think we stood our ground for sure, and I don't think anyone expected us to do that good, you know. And
Absolutely.
that's what caught them by surprise. So even with all these young kids, we have Justin Britton in the backfield. We have Wyatt Toothman. He's a running back. Case and Bailey. All those young kids. We got a new big freshman, John, or I think he might be a sophomore, but he's a big boy, and they're going to be a lot of help. I can say that.
Absolutely. Everybody's thinking this is a rebuild year. All the talking heads around the county, everybody's saying, "Oh, PV's in for a down year." I don't necessarily see it that way. I think it's truly going to be a recharge. You know,
I agree.
talk about what the difference is between last year's team and this year's team, and what you think you guys do differently and better than you did last year.
Last year, I think it was just I don't know. It's hard to say because last year we just had chemistry. You know, I grew up with a lot of them. But this year, now that we have a bunch of new kids, we're gonna have a bunch of new formations that we're gonna have to try and run with everyone. New kids are gonna have to be in new spots. So it's just not a different game, but it's gonna be a different play style. And you know, we're gonna have to adjust to that. And I think if we do it properly and execute it right, I feel like it could turn out great.
Absolutely. How refreshing was it for you, for a wide receiver, to see 12 passes in a game?
It was.
I don't think PV's thrown 12 passes in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Coach Croston is he's just going to keep calling the same play and tell you to stop it. And if you don't, you're going to get a dose of a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
So how was that? I mean, obviously you like that.
Oh yeah. No, I love getting the ball, but I also love when other people get the ball, because I don't want to say I want all the attention because I love when my teammates get attention too. I love when they make big plays, we celebrate together.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what it's about instead of just, me getting the ball. Everyone can get the ball for all I care, as long as we're making plays and stopping the other team and winning, I feel like that's football.
That's what I think is the focus of this year's team is truly teamwork.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to rely on the tie train, we called them. Everybody's gotten a nickname. So
Big Valley.
absolutely, like
Yeah.
it's nice when you have that and you know that everybody else can add those other supporting pieces to it. But when it comes down to being able to come through with something different, and everybody now has to produce, I think that this team this year is going to be different for that, and you could see it, and we saw it in the first half.
Yeah. I thought we fought. It wasn't an easy first half for sure.
I'm going to tell you, and everybody out there in TV land and PV land, let's call it that. That is a mineral rich community that is and was starving for a winner, and they literally had one of the coaches of the year on their staff 2 years ago, and they were still calling for somebody else. They wanted Andy Hake. Andy Hake is a hell of a football mind, but that's a community that was head over heels. Just they were insane over it, and I think that was a team that was just hungry to do something different.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what, though, Jason, you guys held your own again for a team that was almost tripling your size.
Yeah.
You guys did pretty well. Maybe a little bit more Gatorade, but
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to be okay heading into La Brea. So talk about, like, you're fast
A little bit.
and you're the focal point as far as teams trying to stop the pass.
Yeah.
But on the defensive side, you've actually grown quite a bit over the last few years.
I think
You're making some big plays. You shut down their quarterback from the Ridge, Bingham, last week. Kid has a heck of a hose.
he's a big boy.
He's a big boy and he can sling it.
He ran me over. I will say that. He ran
It's okay. Give props when they're due, right?
for sure.
What did you do differently, or what did you do just period to stymie him and stop that passing attack? Because they had to resort to the run earlier than they wanted to. What did you do?
Well, obviously it's Mineral Ridge. I knew they wanted to throw it sooner or later. So both of us, both DBs were head over heels. We have to be ready always. But this game in particular, I just felt like I had to actually do something. Like, not saying I don't do anything in all the other games, but I just need to be more aggressive. I feel like I could be more aggressive. So I felt like I definitely put that out there that I could be more aggressive that game for sure because I had a decent amount of tackles. So yeah, I mean, I was expecting the pass, but also I was there for the run too.
Right.
You got to do both.
So you're a senior leader, you're coming up from the secondary.
Mhm.
Like you want to pop somebody, let's
Oh,
be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
You're coming full speed. You know that they're not passing. You're coming full steam ahead.
Yeah,
You guys can hit. That's a defense that I don't think has lost too much. I think you guys have recharged. You talk about John Schleck. John's a massive boy.
Oh, yeah.
But let me tell you what, when he comes into his own, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. You guys have up front, you have Chase Geisinger. Is an absolute beast up there. He made a combo tackle with Sean Croston that just made me cringe, thinking, "Wow!" And you can hear the pads cracking from a mile away.
Love to hear.
Will Baher on a slant, or I want to say, I'm sorry, on a swing pass coming over and closing, and just again put the wood to somebody. You guys can hit. The defense isn't necessarily going to be an issue. You just got to put points on the board.
Yeah.
So, are you guys? What do you think? For the approach for the season is it going to be more of a balanced attack, or do you guys think that you can still run because you have a fast team?
Oh yeah, I definitely think it'll be balanced, but I think for sure we're gonna run it a little bit, but definitely not as much as last year. But we're definitely gonna air it out more, that's for sure, than last year, and we just have to, whether we like it or not. if they stop the run, we have to resort to something else. We can't just run. So I think we'll be ready to pass for sure.
Last year, you guys could have thrown. You just didn't
Oh,
need
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You had all that speed. Nowakowski was out there on the slot. You and Alex Simon. You got Simon Says and the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You guys can go up and get a ball, which is why you have that nickname, man.
Yeah.
You went up for a pass and you nearly flipped over and you looked like Spider-Man. So that was the first thing that came out. You guys have some athleticism that I think a lot of teams try to respect. And I think it's probably what stopped the Ridge so early and they had to resort. The only problem was they have a two-headed beast there with Preston Holbrook and Chandler Bussey. And let me tell you what, I grew up in that community. I know the parents. The parents they're big dudes. So you guys, I think you guys did a good job stopping them. It was a good scheme. It just wasn't the right night.
Yeah, for sure.
You play that game at the end of the season. What do you think that score is going to look like?
Hopefully a lot better than it did last week. I'll tell you that. Because I really don't know. All I could say is I know that we're gonna try a lot harder, put in a lot more effort, and we're not gonna give up and start cramping and get injured in fourth, third quarter. We can't have that with 30 kids.
You're gonna have mustard packets and Gatorade there.
Yep.
Gatorade IVs.
Yep.
So let's talk about you, personal goals. Like, what do you take from last year, the year before, and your previous success, and into this year, and then in the future? And what's in store for Chase Falkman?
I look on the past years as just something to reflect on, really, just to show myself that how much I've grown, how much I can grow, and how much more I will grow. Because watching all that stuff from freshman, sophomore year, I'm like, oh my God, like I can do a lot better than that. Like I don't know what I was watching then. But now I feel like I know what I'm doing. I can correct it. I can have coaches correct me. I'm trying to play college. I'd love to play some college ball if I can, but if not, it is what it is. It's not a big deal.
You hear that, coaches? You got a gamer here. This is speed, power. He's got hands. The athleticism. Let's go. Let's recruit this kid.
I mean, yeah, I'd love to play college ball. If that don't work, I go to A-Tech for electricity, and then hopefully blue collar job if that don't work.
I'll tell you what, man, the trades are where it's at right now.
Yes, sir.
There's a huge calling of 500,000 person deficit in that industry.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of need, and how cool is that? You get to work with power and electric.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
a lot of opportunities out there for you.
Sure.
Eventually, make a good career out of it for yourself.
I will.
So swinging it back around, you guys have a matchup in Leavittsburg against the LeBray Vikings. It's actually the Trumbull Area Sports Network's game of the week. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
Both of those guys picked LeBray. I think it's a homer call. But then they probably would say the same thing about me too. So what are you guys doing? So they've got a good quarterback in Kenny Yoho.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming back, 66% completion percentage, threw almost for 1,200 yards, 14 TDs. They've got running back Easton Armstrong coming back, almost 900 yards. They've got a couple of good studs on the defensive side. They've got one guy, Eric Rybold, 70 tackles, 11 for a loss, and Owen Boone. He's a DB with 4 interceptions. Like, how do you guys mix and match with them? Because it's a team that I feel is also kind of like the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a lot, but they've got a few of those core pieces that make them dangerous.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How do you think you guys match up, and what do you see you guys doing differently? They run a wing T, by the way.
Yeah. See, I think, well, obviously we start off on film. We study them. We see what they're running, what they're trying to run, what they might run, and then once we go to practice, we find out who's going to be best where for what position, and we practice, see if it ends up working out, and if it don't, then we just keep switching until something clicks, you know.
Absolutely.
And then, I mean, once something does, I think it'll be another dogfight. I mean, obviously they have a bunch of good kids. I mean, we have good kids. I think it really just comes down to who wants it more, and I think we'll see who wants it more tomorrow night.
I agree, man. I think that they're in for a rude awakening to see what you guys are made of.
Oh yeah.
It's an angry Laker team, I'm imagining. I see a few of your boys
Yeah,
coming out here, and it looks like it's business time, man.
it is.
Like there's no laughing or joy. I mean, obviously, you do enjoy life, but it looks like you guys are on a mission.
We're ready.
Um,
We're ready.
and LeBray, it's a bigger community, bigger school, but I don't think it's anything that you guys shy away from. You guys have taken on bigger giants
Oh yeah.
before.
It's just
So
another football team.
absolutely.
We'll see them again soon, maybe. I don't know, but I think it'll just be. I think it'll be a very evenly matched game.
Just one more thing about the offense with you guys. You got a sophomore quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time in a long time that
Young QB.
he's young,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's capable and he's got
Oh,
a
yeah.
big arm. What? How has your rapport been? And tell me about the progression that you guys have made, because obviously he's got weapons. He's got you.
Oh yeah, for
He's
sure.
got Alex Simons. He's got Sean Croston coming out of
Yes, sir.
the backfield sometimes, and that H spot. He's got Max Smith there at the tight end, Will Baher. You guys have a lot of athletes. How has that progression been for him?
I think it's been great. Like obviously at the beginning of the seasons, like summer, like the throwing was a little questionable. I will say that. No offense to Justin at all. But obviously it's gonna be questionable. He's never thrown to me before, he's never thrown to anyone, but as he kept going on, he found his rhythm, and then he snapped. Like, ever since then, there's a couple bad balls every once and again, but who doesn't throw a couple bad balls, But I think he's a young QB, and I think he puts his head down a lot for reasons that he shouldn't. And I think he could be a really good QB if he just sticks to it.
He's a good athlete, a lot of athleticism there. He's got a live arm, and I think that you guys get on that right wavelength.
We'll be there.
You might have some 300-yard games. You might be
Hopefully.
running for the end zone 200 yards, man.
That's what I'm praying for.
That's awesome. You know anything about a lot of the teams out in the area? You want to do a pick 'em?
How does that work?
I'll just tell you who's playing. You say who's going to win.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I could do that.
So you got Lakeside playing Girard, Ohio.
Girard, for sure. Girard is a tough team.
They are. You guys have met them a couple occasions. So Edgewood and Ramsey, New Jersey. They're playing that one at the Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton.
I think that'll be a very good game, but I'm gonna go with Edgewood.
Edgewood's looking tough. They came away with a big win over Garfield last weekend. That was a high-scoring affair. Obviously, you guys know them very well.
Yeah.
Haven't met them. So Conneaut and Independence.
See, I don't know a lot about Independence, so, and I know Conneaut has a bunch of new kids, but they're not. I'm not going to talk down on Conneaut, but they definitely have some progress to make.
Yeah, they got a couple injuries. They're key injuries. Coach Dobrin's got a lot to work with there.
I'll say Independence on that one.
Okay. St. John and Campbell Memorial. The Heralds are making some progress now.
LeBray, I think they just scrimmaged Campbell actually, and I think I've seen some film on them, but I haven't seen a lot of St. John.
No, you'll see them this year for sure.
Oh yeah. I'll go St. John. You know what? I'll believe in them. They better win. St. John.
Perry and Kenston. Now Kenston's not a team that we hear too much about, but they're a strong team too.
Yeah. Perry. I'm gonna go Kenson on that one.
All right. Geneva and the two-headed monster of Pete and Proy versus Howland.
See, I heard Geneva's a big team this year too.
Oh, they certainly
They
are.
got Dylan.
Oh yeah.
Um, mm, I'll go Howland on that one.
Okay. And the last is the team on the wrong side of Route 11 against Southeast.
Mm, I think it's just Southeast. I think I heard they're really good.
Those boys out in Diamond, Ohio, yeah? Good to know. All right, man. Well, hey, man, I hope that you guys have a successful season.
Me too. Me too.
I think the best is yet to come. You guys got a nice matchup tomorrow,
Oh,
and then you head home for Victory Christian, or I'm sorry, Valley Christian, and then you jump right into the NAC, right?
Yep.
So, okay.
Ready.
Well, brother, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure having-
Appreciate you doing this, and everybody, Jace Falkman. This is a young man that has grown tremendously. He's overcome some pretty substantial things on the field where it could have been easy to just hang your head and not really put forth the effort. And this young man's come through, and he's been the last 2 years just an absolute stud on that defensive side. Lockdown corner for us. Can't wait to see what he does for the rest of the squad here this season and moving forward. So coming up next, we have a young man that is taking the community by storm, the golf community and the county for that matter. This young man we were hearing about several years ago and how good he can drive the ball, and his iron work was fantastic. And he would go on to the juniors tour, and now coming into high school, he's just absolutely blowing up the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program, Rylan Compton. So good to see you, bud. So your partner in crime left you hanging, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. So tell us, man, like, how did the golf just bring it? Obviously, your dad's probably a scratch golfer. He's not telling anybody, but
Yeah.
how did you get into it? Talk about like your upbringing into the golf world.
So when I was younger, I mean, like I knew that I kind of like just tried, like there were some small clubs around the house that I just tried around, and I mean, as a young, it just kind of like clicked with me. I don't know. And then from then on, I just kind of practiced and practiced until I got to a point where I was a pretty good golfer when I was young, and then I tried to do some junior tournaments, worked up through those. I actually won my first junior tournament when I was like probably 12.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah,
How did that feel?
I mean, obviously going into it, I didn't expect to win. It's like a smaller northeastern like Ohio tournament that we're doing, but I mean, going into it and just winning it, it just felt amazing. And from then on, I knew that I wanted to do it and take it seriously even more.
Right. Now, you have a baseball background too.
Yeah.
Play other sports, you play basketball. You know, you've got a pretty good good bat control.
Yeah.
I have to imagine the hand-eye coordination plays a lot into it. I wish I can golf good.
Yeah.
I'm awful, and I'll never be there. So, like, tell us, like, what are some of the techniques that you use to like, keep yourself composed and you know keep consistent? Because you're lighting it up. I mean,
Yeah.
38, 39s, 38. You're breaking records. Like, how do you stay consistently the same and then bettering yourself?
So for me, I always think of golf as like a sport, but it's between your ears. Like even when you have a bad hole, you got to keep your head up and just hit it one shot at a time and just keep going through every shot. I mean, I practice in the yard like almost every day, even if we're not in a match and we have just practice. I'll go home after practice and hit wedge shots in the yard and just kind of keep my composure, even if I had a bad day.
If you're ever out in the store, do you like do the air swing
Yeah, I'll
like
do
every guy does?
that a lot.
I think that's part of golf where a lot of adults it's the head game,
Yeah.
making sure you keep it straight.
For sure.
So tell us, obviously, you're on the varsity team.
Yeah.
You're doing darn well where people know that they're coming to play PV and they're mentioning you. How do you prepare to go up against every team stud golfer?
So, I mean, you can't take any teams lightly. Like anyone can on your team can have a bad day. So you just got to kind of stay within yourself. And the teams coming to the matches, like they're golfers, they're right around my scores, but I always try to, on one hole, if I beat them, I just try to keep staying consistent the whole time and just try to pull out in the end and win for the team.
Now you guys are 10-0.
Yeah.
You guys are just insane on a streak that, I mean, whoever's coming in front of you, they're leaving completely just like baffled, like how do they even come close? I don't even think I've seen anybody that's come within 5 strokes of you guys.
Yeah.
So talk about the competitiveness, because I know I was talking to your dad, who's obviously he's the head coach, and he was talking about how competitive it is. You guys are 7, 8 deep with guys that anybody can jump on there and play each week.
Yep.
How do you guys deal with that?
So in practice, we usually like the guys that are like 5, 6, 7. We have like 3 or 4 guys in that can rotate into the lineup. So we'll have them go out and play each other, and then we see like whoever shoots the best obviously gets into the match. But with those 4 guys, they're all like mid 40s to like, and so it's anyone's game in the 5 and 6 spot. So anyone can come in there and jump in and just play.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even break 100. So to hear you guys are doing that consistently, that's remarkable. You guys play all your home matches at Bronzewood in Kinsman, right?
Yeah.
Talk about the difference between that course and some of the others that you may have played around the county, and what makes Bronzewood unique.
So I feel like Bronzewood is probably one of the hardest courses in our like league. So we go to like Bristol, and Bristol's course is pretty flat and straight. So like people can score there and score good. Maplewood's course is also pretty easy. But when people come and play at Bronzewood, they tend to struggle because it's like a difficult course and more difficult than what they're used to playing on.
You know, it's one of those courses where if you get out of your head,
Yeah,
you're going to fall apart pretty
for
fast.
sure.
A lot of blind shots. You get, what is the front nine that's tight, or is it the back nine is tight?
I mean, the front 9 is tight for the most part, but I feel like the back is narrower with like all the trees on the right side and
Right.
yeah.
That's fantastic. So you're a sophomore.
Yep.
Obviously, the camaraderie is there for the team. You guys are all friends. You have a lot of it's good to see you guys growing up and then seeing the connection you have. How does that work for you? So obviously a younger guy on the team, but you're a leader. You know, obviously they look to you to put your best foot forward. What's your your style of leadership?
So I just try to build up the team, even so whoever I'm playing with, I'll go like read a putt for them, and just like even if they're having a bad hole, I'll go try to boost them up and say it one shot at a time. But we're all close and we have really good chemistry as a team. So I feel like when we play, we're all like our scores are all tight. So we tend to shoot good, relying on each other, I feel like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you guys are 10-0, coming towards the end of the season. What do you guys have here on the forefront? You have how many more matches do you guys have to play?
I think we have like probably 10 more matches. And at the beginning of our season, we had 3 tournaments, like, to start it all off, and we've never won 3 out of like, we never won 3 tournaments before, and we won all 3 of them. So, that was, like, really cool to see, and it was just a good time.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You you're breaking records. You and Drew seem to be going back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
You have the current school record, am I right?
So, Jansen Smith has the school record right now, but
Okay.
which is a 32, but there's only 4 people in the school history to ever break par in a match, and so I shot 34 at Bristol Wood to, um, get into that club and
That
make
club.
the school.
It's a small club.
Yeah,
It's almost like your Tiger Woods of the community.
yeah,
That's fantastic. No, Jansen, I remember, was a great golfer too.
yeah,
And to be in that same small cluster of guys, that's saying a lot. You're only a sophomore.
yeah.
So you've got basically another 2 years to go and continue getting better. So what's in the future for you?
Obviously, I'm hoping to break that record, and also, as a team, I'm really hoping to strive to get the school record combined. We almost had it at Maplewood. I think we were only like 3 strokes off from it. So we're getting there, but I think next year we might get it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're a man of many talents. You you're very active in the school. You play basketball, you play baseball, you do show choir.
Yep.
Um, what what do you attribute? I guess where does golf fall in line to a lot of those things?
So I feel like golf is probably my number 1 and favorite sport, but all those sports definitely like with the hand-eye coordination and can all contribute to helping me even become a better golfer. Like I feel like I'm avid at baseball and basketball, but I feel like golf for sure is my favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
So coming down the final stretch here, is there like a competitive rivalry between the 4 of you guys?
Yeah, I feel like me, Andrew, Logan, Caden, we're all real close with scores, and so I mean it's competitive, but it's all in the end, it's fine because as a team, you know you did good through the season, and even if you were the best player, I mean everyone else's heads should still be high because of how good of a season we had.
Absolutely. And then what's interesting is all the 4 of you have played baseball.
Yeah,
I think two of you guys are currently playing baseball. So there's got to be something to that baseball swing. And those coaches used to yell at you, "Don't go golfing, you screw up your swing." I think it's the other way around. I think it's actually helping.
yeah,
That's funny. Well, tell me that. How do you how do you keep from deviating the baseball swing and the hips and keeping it straight?
So I try to like in baseball. I mean, I'm not a power hitter by any means, but I try to get good contact on the ball, which is mainly what I try to do in golf too. So I feel like it contributes a lot. But when I went out for the first time from baseball, it was ugly. I shot in the hundreds, and I feel like just working down from that and trying to get better every day from the baseball swing is good, but it also helps a lot with the hand-eye coordination, like you said.
It's easy to struggle when you let your head go.
Yeah.
So, are there um, brain games, or is there anything that you do to keep yourself mentally focused?
So like when I'm on the course and I have a bad hole, I always try to like just take deep breaths and breathe through every shot and just hit it smooth even when I'm not on my best game. And just like having the team build you up and how good of chemistry we have with each other and just helping each other out through the whole round, they help you a lot too. But keeping yourself straight is probably the main thing throughout the whole round and not letting one shot get to you.
Absolutely. So, from here, the regular season finishes up pretty soon. You guys go into sectionals. Talk about the tournament process for a lot of those folks out there who aren't familiar with golf.
Yeah, so sectionals it's a big tournament. So we're D2 this year, I think, in golf. So we have to go to Quail Hollow and play some big schools like um Perry. There's a lot of private schools there too. So last year I think we ended up finishing sixth out of a bunch of teams, which was good for us, but this year I feel like we definitely could do better since that was the first time seeing that course last year. So this year I feel like we could definitely strive to do better and make a spot, maybe even to get in the districts.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys are able to do that. You're definitely making the community proud. It's one of those things where, you know what, we need to promote the sport out there. And here's an instance where you guys are like 7, 8 deep, where a lot of you guys have been golfing for years, and wow, what a difference it shows to start younger and early and then come on up. And it's great. It's a great problem to have, and it's good for, I'm sure, for the competitive nature of the team. And then you guys have the girls who are equally doing as well. And I got to tell you, if we can get the support out there, what would we need to do? What do we talk to the fans? How do they get involved? How do they come out to the matches and support you guys? Because you guys are rocking it out. You guys deserve to have a gallery.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can come out. The schedule should be online, so if you want to come out and support, you could always get a golf cart at like a course near you and just come out and ride around and just watch us. And just being there would be amazing in itself. And just if people were there, it'd make it even better because we have like parents that come, but I feel like if the community come, it would take it to a whole nother level. And just like the people being there would help us out so much. It'd be very good.
Right on. One last question.
Yeah.
You beat your dad. Who's
I-
better?
So I can outdrive him, but straight up, I haven't beat him yet.
Well, there's your next goal, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right on. Well, Ryland, thanks for coming out. I know you rushed here out of the last match you had, and we appreciate you guys coming on. And we'll try to get you on here at some point after you guys are finishing up the season, see how you do for a recap. And I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You got it, man. Ryland Compton, everybody. Well, this being our first live show, there's a lot that we obviously feel that we can improve upon. We're looking to do some graphics and have obviously an intro and outro, and giving you guys the most professional looking sports show that we can. This community has deserved it. You guys have earned it. And it all started with the 440 and goal program. Started with Sam Torres. Big thanks to Sammy. Got to tell you, for what he's been doing for several years on his own, and then branching into the YSN team and exploding and providing, even more awareness and exposure for the community and the schools in this county. It's beyond measure. It's a beautiful thing, and got to thank him for taking on the continued legacy of Joe Pigskin Pete, who God rest his soul, passed away several years back. But Joe was a big champion for the youth in the county, and Joe hosted a radio program daily that was on AM here in Ashtabula. And obviously, if you're from the county, you understand. Yeah, the high school sports, the youth sports are big. I mean, you have newspapers that are promoting and taking ample amount of time and resources to promote the youth community, and it's a source of pride. And being able to actually provide it to you is important. We're the only other school community that has a show. And it's because of viewers and the supporters from this community. It's a fantastic thing. You literally supported enough, were loud and raucous enough. You came to the games, you came to the away games. You watched online all the YSN shows. You were watching the 441 goals. You showed that we deserve a show. We need a show. And hence, here you go. So next week, we'll be sitting here next to my partner in crime, Chad Paul, and we'll have another wonderful show. Make sure you tune in. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook, The Lake Show 2.0. And you can catch this show, this rebroadcast on YouTube and Facebook on both the YSN and the 440 and Goal networks. And looking forward to seeing you guys next Friday night here in Andover. It'll be at 5 o'clock. And the fine folks here at Stable Winery are going to give you a lot of specials, and they're going to produce a wonderful environment for a pregame. And what better way to kind of get ready and support the team than to come here and have some delicious food and celebrate a good season to start. And with that, we thank you. And we're looking forward to seeing continued support. And with that, we wish you a good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Can we do that?